difference between success and failure in the stock market has nothing to do with your skill set. It has everything to do with your mindset. I'm Evan Lazarus, Chief Knowledge Officer and Mentor for T3 Live. I'd like to invite you to an exclusive trading education event in Charlotte, North Carolina on Saturday, March 16th. Attendees will learn what we believe to be the 5 biggest mistakes that plague the average trader and how to overcome them, with a specific focus on trading psychology and risk management. Reserve your seat at t3live.com or call the number below. I look forward to seeing you there.
Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to the Friday's Relaxed Morning Call. So I'm sure by this time you've turned the TV on. You see that we had a very hot number. Claims were higher, unemployment rate went down, and markets now at all-time highs once again. So with all that said, now you're starting to hear the good news versus when everyone obsessed over all the bad news over the course of the past year, probably telling you to stay away from the market versus approaching it with a plan. But if you did approach it with a plan, you would have watched a trend, you would have seen leaders break out, you would have seen participation across the board. So on a day like today, when everyone gets excited, it doesn't mean you just jump in if you're flat or just jump into new stocks because you feel like you missed something. You still have to have a plan. And if you want to take a quick look at the chart of the Dow Jones, you will see there's been many times to get involved. All right, this was the start of the year. Here's when we broke above this downtrend. Here was the slow march upward, and then you had your bit of a correction 2 weeks ago, if you remember that. That led to nothing. We held above the 50-day, and then all of a sudden started trending back up, holding higher, and then this was your move through historic highs. So with the futures up 70 points, to just start blindly buying right here, although you probably will be right over some time, entries and exits matter. Same thing goes with the SPX. You talk about the S&P. S&P we've gone over so many times. You guys are probably sick of seeing this chart. Here is the November low. Here is the low that started the year. Here is your consolidation when it took out 1474. This was your correction. Here is that red dog reversal that we talked about that we weren't sure what it would lead to, but what did it lead to? A move right back into the upper end of the range where we held higher, and then pow. And now we're up, up again. This one, you got to go to the monthly chart to see, exactly where that all-time high is, and that comes in right around here, okay, which is, 1576. So it's still less than about 2% away. So at some particular time, we will test this, and then I do still think eventually we're going to break through. I've been talking about the road to S&P 1700 for well over a year now, probably even further back, but who cares about that? Okay, all I tried to do there is say that equities aren't dead. You put a plan together, you use your time horizon, and you try and execute because the market can make you money if you learn how to approach it. At this point, for me to run through all these different stocks and ideas, it's just past the point. Because most things have already broken out. Some things are extended. Yes, there are some setups that are still left that hopefully you subscribe to Off the Charts because you could see them there, or you'll look at the price point sheet today if you go to that. And these are all resources that we have to help you maneuver the markets. And the bottom line is this weekend there's going to be a lot of people looking at the headlines and scratching their head and saying, wait a second, I got out, after the financial crisis. I thought the world was going to end. I got out last year when they said Europe was going to break up, or I got out when they said China was going to have a hard landing, or the fiscal cliff, or the sequester. All right, these are all headlines, and these are all things that sell newspapers. Okay, it doesn't make you money in the market, and if you did get out, no big deal. You're probably whatever age you're at, that the market's going to be here, for tomorrow, and it'll be here 100 years from now. So if you're not happy where you are, change your approach. Hopefully you're using your T3 Live resources because we try and give you different approaches, whether you're a swing trader, a momentum trader, an active trader, whether you want to have longer term positions. I try and give some forecasting on where I think we can go, but then you have to make it your own. So if you're happy today and you're coming in with numerous positions, like today, if you look at my virtual trade floor, I think I have 10 or 11 longs. You're allowed to sell into some excitement. You're allowed to trim. Okay, because you always want to sell excitement. You don't want to chase excitement. And I probably will be entering, with just say 11 positions, and I probably will be leaving with less into the extension. And then I'll wait to refuel, wait to see what shows its face again, and then continue. But this process is something that I've been working on for almost 13 to 15 years. It's a process that, hopefully you've been working on. And, if you are happy with where you're at, don't be complacent. You could probably always do a little bit better. But overall, congratulations. If you're a macro equity investor, if you're an intermediate trend trader, if you're an active trader that could create cash flow and not take risk overnight, if you've done all those things, you put yourself in a position to win. If you haven't and you're just starting the process, be diligent, use discipline, use money management and some common sense, and it'll get you where you want to go. At this particular point, not a spot to do a hell of a lot except for maybe trim some positions, continue to have some quick feet and stay with the rally, because people that have been riding the rally versus trying to fade the rally have been having a lot more success than others. So Scott Redler, T3 Live, good luck today, and I will see you on Monday morning at the morning call.
I'm Evan Lazarus, Chief Knowledge Officer for T3Live.com. You don't become a great trader by watching videos and taking courses. You become a great trader through live screen time. Accelerate that learning curve by tapping into the experience of seasoned professionals. Currently, we're offering 5-day free trials to each of our 4 mentoring rooms. In the mentoring rooms, we teach our strategies in the context of the live market. To sign up for a free trial, go to the T3 Live education page, fill out the form, and get started when the next trading session begins. We hope to see you in one of our mentoring rooms.